Ed Solomon and I were having lunch one day, actually, and he told me that he had a script that he'd recently gotten a star attached to, and they were looking for directors, and that he had put my name forward. And I asked, who's the star? And he said, Eddie Murphy. And my first thought was, I'm not sure that's a great idea for me, my first live-action movie, to be doing it with such a huge movie star. And then I went home and read the script, and it was such a touching father-daughter story. And I have a 7-year-old daughter. So I really just felt like I had something to say on this subject.
Tom, I don't know what happened.
I am still trying to process what just happened in there.
So am I, too. I really, Tom, if I...
How did you know about all those things?
Listen to me, Tom. There's absolute... What?
Karey is a wonderful actress director because we all work out of a sense of confidence and well-being. We want to feel like our work is appreciated. And with Karey, he's always supportive, and not that he's going to let you get away with anything, but you always feel like he allows you to do your best work.
This is a waka yappy, okay? Star blanket. I need you to feel the magic. All right, first up.
Oleon.
Oleon Investments. How you feeling about that?
I want to go to bed.
You want to go to bed? Bull! Red Bull. More of it, and a lot more in the garage. The only way that you're going to establish the necessary trust bond is to know that they know what they're doing. And I come into the movie knowing, having worked with him on 2 other pictures, even though they were animated features, he knows writing, he knows how to make adjustments in the moment if something's not quite working, and he's very precise in directing performance. Go! Bring it, go! Come on, go! Bring it in, go! 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 Go!
The feel of the company is pervasive, you know, and that's always a reflection of a director. People are comfortable, they're enjoying themselves, the work is good, and nobody's straining to go home. Nobody is looking at their clock, you know. It says a lot about the atmosphere, and that's always the responsibility of the director. This guy is just having a ball, and that just helps the actors so much more because there's no tension, you know. And the actors are free to explore and bring things that you might not feel comfortable doing otherwise.
Karey was really easygoing and smart and open to collaboration and really, really, really patient. And I really loved the way he worked with Yara.
Karey has what I call the 3 prerequisites of a great director. He knows how to help you, he knows when to help you, and he knows when to leave you alone.
You want new ideas? I'll give you fresh new ideas, okay? Because slow, predictable growth is so boring. Let's talk about a little company called Chemstar. Let's talk about this company. I say go out and buy lots of it. Buy lots and lots of Chemstar. You know why? Because it's sparkly. And everybody knows that everybody loves sparkly things. So go out and buy some Chemstar because it's sparkly!
He brings 2 things, Eddie Murphy. And that's all you need, man. With him, that's the reason all of us are here.
These companies were so stinky, I had to snip them all away. Snip, snip, snip. If you're not good, you got to go.
You know, Eddie has such a familiar likability as a performer, and clearly one of the brilliant comic actors of our generation. And it's really a treasure for me to be able to work opposite of him and every now and then make him laugh.
Icky, icky, icky. Gross, yucky.
Rose, is Evan seeing a psychic?
Not that I'm aware of.
It's fizzy like a soda pop.
Is he a psychic?
No, I don't believe he is.
I'm hesitant to use the word genius very often, but it certainly applies to Eddie because the script is certainly well written. So there's a certain expectation of what you're going to get because you know that this is a really well written scene. And then all of a sudden Eddie shows up and it's way bigger and way better than it even was on the page.
And you know what I want you to do for me, Ty? Go down to legal and check something out for me, okay? I want to know what the ramifications are if I were to stab Johnny Whitefeather.
I've been waiting for Eddie to call me down because sometimes I just start snickering and I have to turn away because he's so funny. I mean, he's just so genuinely gifted as a performer.
And this is a really great movie for him. It's a role that I think people are going to be happy to see Eddie in. He gets a chance to be funny, which he is just naturally. But he also shows a really tender side in this movie, the way he discovers his daughter, the way he wrestles with the conflict. He's an incredibly gifted performer. And for me, it's just such a gift as a first-time director to have somebody who steps in and needs very little direction. So he certainly makes me look like I knew what I was doing.
Yeah, man!
Johnny, come inside before the neighbors call the fire department again.
Hey, Cheryl, we're down here working. You think your new nose just crawled on your face?
Well, Johnny Whitefeather is Evan's nemesis at work, and he's Native American and embraces everything about his Native American ancestry and incorporates that into his pitches. He has a very kind of touchy-feely, new age way of speaking to his clients, and it's also very funny, played by Thomas Haden Church in a way that nobody else could do it.
I have never felt so jazzed about the prospects of our pension fund. I mean, me too. I am jazzed!
I wish I could take credit, Fred, but we got to give that to the Walla Holla, Mr. Waterfall. Hey, rain down prosperity. And how?
Thank you, Johnny.
Karey Kirkpatrick and I have a little bit of history together. We worked on Over the Hedge together. We worked on Charlotte's Web together. And when I was informed that Karey was going to direct his first live-action picture, I called to congratulate him on getting the slot. And he said, you know, I'd really like to have your opinion on the script. You know, do you mind if I send it to you? And yeah, I read it and I really liked it. I thought it was very charming. I thought it was a much more grounded story and character for Eddie. And that anchoring, that kind of realistic anchoring permeated the entire script. A couple of months later, they started telling me that the studio was interested in me for the role. And I knew that Karey was a proponent of me getting the part.
Good luck, Johnny.
Luck is for losers.
It's just one of the most courageous things I've ever seen an actor do, because there are no nets when you go that far out, you know. The way he's thrown himself into it, it's really very impressive and very funny.
Quite literally, I thank my lucky stars every day that we cast Yara. I actually get teary sort of thinking about it, because we auditioned 3,000 girls nationwide. The chemistry between Yara and Eddie was one of the key things in my decision to cast her, because it was evident in the very first time that they auditioned together. And what she gave back to him, he sparked to, and he instantly connected with her. And there's no substitute for that.
Sometimes you can work with little kids and they're difficult to work with just because they're little kids, and making a movie is just a process. Is just can be, you know, long and boring sometimes, and for a kid to be on a set. And she's like the most professional, sweetest little kid that I've ever worked with. Just super professional and always prepared and really natural, good little actress.
He was so drawn to her on set. He had such respect for her instincts and for her intellect. He would often say, that's the smartest kid I've ever met.
You said you'd be a king.
What?
Last time you said next time we'd do dress up.
Right, but you know I can't.
Why not?
Well, for one thing, I don't have king clothes or a king hat, okay?
It's called a crown.
No, hold on a sec. Honey, please.
I want to sleep in here.
No, that's why you have a bedroom
I
here.
don't want to sleep in there.
15 minutes.
All night.
Okay, but just till I finish work, okay?
All night.
Fine, are you gonna sleep? Okay, promise? Can I have that blanket? Because, you can't take it to school. Scream as much as you want.
You know, the whole don't work with kids things about kids will upstage you and all that. That side of it is true. She could really like steal a scene from you. Stand there, you could give a big giant speech and big sweat be dripping down your temple, and she just stand there and, you know, just kind of just take the whole scene from you.
I think she knocked this one out of the park. And not only is she a great, intuitive little actress, she is just a delightful person, and her entire family was a delight to be around and to work with. And I can't even imagine the movie without her.
Action! Hi, my name is Yara Shahidi and I'm 7, and we're going to take you on tour. Come on, follow me. Race you there. First stop is my trailer. This is a trailer, and sometimes I mess around with these pipe cleaners. I study the script, and they change it a lot. In between takes, I'll go to school. School is really fun. My favorite teacher so far is Miss Rhonda, and she'll teach me about history, math, and art. And we're done with my trailer, and we're going to go to wardrobe. Come on. This is wardrobe. Hi, Miss Ricky.
Hi, Yara. Come on up. Do you remember this outfit? Which one was this one?
Oh, that was the princess outfit from when I was at my friend Ella's house.
Your princess outfit. Did you
Yep.
have fun doing that with Ella?
Uh-huh. And we were putting makeup on her dad, and his name was Mr. DeRay. Why do you have hula hoops?
So you could have fun doing hula hoops. Should we try one outside?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Miss Yard, show us your stuff. Yeah. Good.
Whoa! I went a little too fast. Wait, I'm gonna try. We're done with wardrobe. Now we're going to hair and makeup.
Put you up on my chair.
Okay.
Not that you're a baby. We're gonna do a run through for the fall sing.
Okay.
Which is gonna be flat twists and down. Pretty, huh? She's got so much hair, it sometimes takes 3 to 4 people to work on it.
Shake it up. Shake it up.
The unveiling. How does this feel?
Great. After I take a picture.
Size. You won't believe this picture.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I had a quick wardrobe change, but now we're at Crafty, and I'm going to show you my favorite snacks. There's peanuts, almonds, but I don't like the almonds as much, but I love the raisins, and I can't name this nut, and I also love the M&Ms. And I also really love their donuts. My favorite one is this one. My favorite kind of gum is the Orbit. And that's really all I get at Crafty. Or sometimes I'll get water and honey, that's all. And now we're walking into stage 19, where they shoot all the apartment stuff.
When they finish reading, Olivia's mother gives her a kiss and says, "You know, you really wear me out, but I love you anyway." And Olivia gives her a kiss back and says, "I love you anyway, too."
Ooh, here's my room. Here's my favorite object on this shelf. It's really pretty because I like all the pink and the red and all the colors on the star. My favorite doll is this one, and my favorite stuffed animal is this little squirrel with the nut in his hand. And I like the picture a lot because it shows a bird, and they're all different colors. And now the director really wants to see me, so we'll go up and chat with him.
When you come in and somebody says, well, what does the director do? What do you see me doing all day?
You show people how to do things right, or how you want it to be done.
Yeah.
And you sometimes change the lines.
Yeah.
So they can make sense.
This is what directing Yara is like. Hey, Yara, where are your teeth? Put your teeth in. Show them those teeth. Okay, when we started, these were down to all the way to the gum. She had no teeth there. No teeth when we started. See those teeth? Those are Yara's special flippers, I think they're called. And she's had to have them ground out as her teeth grow.
Yeah, I have at least 3 pairs.
That's right. Because when we started, they just fit right up there in her gums, right? And then she asked us early on, why am I going to have to wear these teeth? But you see, the first scene that we did in the movie, her teeth were down to there, and now here we are at the end of the movie, but only 4 or 5 days passes, so her teeth have to look like they haven't grown like that, see? So she has to have those special teeth. Do you know how many lines you have in this movie? Who has the most lines in the movie, do you think?
Evan.
Evan has about 300 lines in the movie. You have 200 lines in the movie. How crazy is that?
It's been a really fun movie.
I don't believe you. Say it again. More meaningful. That's what directing is, see? I didn't believe that at all, Yara. Try it again.
I love this movie.
Oh, yeah. I believe you. Well, you're great in it.
Thank you.
And who's the greatest director you've ever worked with?
You? Because it's
Who's the only director you've ever worked with? Tell them really quickly. What do we say at the end of a shot and when you know the shot is done?
Wrap.
That's a wrap.
I send you out to gather pertinent information, you come back with this.
But this is all he does. He just hangs out with his daughter. And they sing and they dance and they laugh.
They're playing with a blanket. The 2 of them with their faces buried in a blanket.
There is a Native American tradition of making star quilts. And what Johnny Whitefeather is believing in this script is that since Olivia has a blanket, it must be a star quilt, and it must be how she's accessing a higher eye to give Evan all this insider information. Now, that's what he assesses in his mind, so he goes out to get a blanket of his own, and he's going to use it with his kid, because what we learn through this script is that the blanket works best through the innocence of a child.
Hey, wake up. You're going on a vision quest.
I don't wanna. I'm tired.
Well, you're gonna. Your new tribal name? Red Bull.
In our ways, one of the things that we do is we honor people with blankets, and we wrap them in a blanket as a sign of honoring. And so blanket means a lot. It means a lot in many different kinds of contexts. When we bury our people, we wrap them in a blanket. In the past, it used to be a buffalo robe, but today we wrap them in a star quilt. So oftentimes blankets are very important to us, and so that's why the idea of having a blanket that would be able to provide insight into things that ordinary people wouldn't know was very appropriate.
Halicom Investments.
Halicom Investments.
Sell it!
Sell?
Sell it! Sell it!
The Native American culture, in terms of how they interact largely with white civilization in America, it's a very stoic culture. You know, so we wanted to be respectful of that, but at the same time, we're creating a character in a comedy. So, you know, there was a real equipoise that had to be struck. I see those looks of skepticism, just like old man Stevens the first week that he hired me. Said to himself, I hired an Indian. Can he handle money? And how?
You know, it's kind of tricky because Whitefeather is a pretend Native American. I mean, he's got a little bit of Native American, and he's stretching that as far as he can stretch it. So a lot of the words that he uses are made up Native American words, and that's on purpose.
I've never seen anything like that before.
I know.
No, you don't know. Quite frankly, it's one of the biggest loads of crap I've ever heard.
I really like the idea showing an example of Indian life where somebody is pretending to be an Indian and is not really an Indian, because that happens in our communities all the time, where somebody takes advantage of us because of that. And so I love the way they portrayed that, because it's really accurate in many ways.
You're not even a real Native American. The fact is, you're mostly Finnish Armenian. Your baptismal name is Johann Hasuvian, and your great-grandfather was 1/2 Navajo. So what would that make you? 1/32nd?
I think that Hollywood as an industry is much, much more sensitive today than they were even 20 years ago. And even for the fact that Lorenzo and others have consulted with the American Indian College Fund to make sure they were doing things right for Indian people is a tremendous step forward.
I had a really idyllic childhood. I was raised in a small town in Louisiana, smallish, in Baton Rouge, and I would say imagination played a pretty huge part in certainly where I chose to go. My parents were really very supportive and in all types of creative endeavors and stuff that fostered imagination. You know, it was a very playful environment, and it's a great way to be raised. I have 2 brothers, and we are all in some form of entertainment and using our imaginations in the work that we do. I remain fairly connected with my childhood because I'm either recollecting it a lot and writing about it, or drawing from it in the work that I do.
So it's the Guga?
That's how I go there.
What do you mean you go there? Go where?
To where the princesses live.
Right, the princesses. That's Kupita and Quali and all of them, right?
Quali's a queen. Kupita, Mapita, and Sapita are princesses.
Oh, okay, got you.
How many times do I have to tell you?
Right.
Just for me, having kids and remembering what it was like to be a kid, it just comes more naturally for kids to kind of suspend disbelief. And certainly in the movie, I think Olivia's imaginary world is the way that she's coping with a separation. And if you pay close attention, all of the things that she says the princesses feel about her dad are ways that her character would feel about her dad. And I do think that that's pretty accurate to the way life works. I think kids use their mind in an imaginative play to make sense of the world as they're starting to live in it and learn how to grasp it.
Hold it up to your face.
Hold it up to my face.
And rub in little circles.
Okay, I'm doing that.
Like this.
Okay.
Now you put it over your head like this.
Okay, now what?
And you kind of call them in your mind while you spin around in circles.
I, as a young girl in Baltimore, had a very vivid imagination. I dressed up a lot. I never had an imaginary friend. But my daughter says to me, Mommy, the crocodile is gonna get me. I said, what crocodile, honey? And she said, right there, Mommy. Can't you see the crocodile? You better run. Come on, let's run. I thought, oh my God, my daughter has an imaginary friend. And she made me put the crocodile outside and then close the door on the patio. And then right when I closed the door, she said, Mommy, he's cold. So then I had to convince her that he was going to be okay. But then she said, it's raining. And I said, well, he has an umbrella. And she has a name for him. His name is Musti. Musti the crocodile. And I use Musti now for leverage at the dinner table with the vegetables. You know, if you don't eat the green beans, I'm gonna have to open the door and let Musti in, so the green beans get consumed. You know, we live in a time where everything costs something. You know, if a little kid wants a new toy car or a doll or a pair of sneakers or anything, it's always a dollar sign attached to it. Well, how much does it cost? Can mommy afford it? So their imagination is kind of the last place where it's free. And I would encourage kids by letting them know it's free to dream, and yet it's the most powerful thing you can do.
I had a really rich imaginary life. You know, see, I knew early on from going to films and things like that that I wanted to be an actor because I had this rather elaborate imaginary world that I lived in, mostly involving cowboys and Indians in those days, because growing up in New Mexico, and most of the films that I saw were Westerns. I had a brother that was 78% paralytic with polio, my brother Rick. He got polio in the epidemic of '39. At one time in his life was 90% paralytic. And because of that, couldn't move around a lot. So our games were completely imaginary in lots of ways. I mean, we sort of played these characters that we chose for ourselves, but it involved almost no movement. You know, we would sit and describe what we were doing. It's almost like we were giving play-by-play. I think the imagination is probably the most important aspect that we have as humans.
I grew up in Chicago, and imagination was a big part of growing up in Chicago. Drugs were taking over the environment then, so imagination was really important in the ghetto, because you had to pretend you were out already. Like, I sit in front of my window and I pretend I was driving a car, and I listen to rap music, and I was pretending like I was older and driving a car. And I remember one time I sat in one of my aunt's cars, and I just wanted to drive. In my mind, I thought I was like driving across the entire city. One of my cousins knocks on the glass and messes with me like, hey, don't use up all the gas, you know, it's being funny. But the drugs were getting really bad, so your imagination had to be the strongest thing you had, otherwise you weren't getting out, because you couldn't see those things. There was no Mercedes-Benz just riding up and down the street unless it was a drug dealer driving a car. So you had to pretend there were other ways to get out.
Come on, guys. More. I want to be beautiful. Hey, Ev. Got the perfect size seat for little Evan. Come on, sit down. I think I'm fine. I'm okay. Come on, Liv. Let's go. We gotta go.
Bye, Olivia. Bye, Yara.
Bye, Liv.
Bye.
Denver Broncos, huh?
If you press hard enough, if you turn the imagination into a book and start writing your own pages, that eventually some of it can come true, and it can make you comfortable as an adult, because you're achieving goals as you're going. So I would tell all the kids, like, if you think you're a basketball player, get out there and imagine you're scoring 40, because it can actually happen. Imagine that you're on a football team in your mind, and then and play, you know what I mean? Just as long as you're playing the game and you're winning, because that's the one place that you can't lose, in your imagination. And that's the place everybody want to go, you know?
Unfortunately, today, there is such a kind of a wasted energy with the media on children, you know? They fight so hard to sell commercial products, you know, video games, television, movies, clothes, fashion, music. And I think that that's a great tragedy for young people today. When I was growing up, we had the radio, and you talk about imagination. We had to imagine all that we were hearing, and it fertilized our whole sense of our culture. But today, you know, kids, I think, are robbed in a sense that they are not given that opportunity to develop their imaginations the way we had it.
Nice outfit. I take it this is why you walked out of our meeting. Do you know how many people have ever done anything like that to me? 2. You want to know where they are in their careers right now? Each one is running a key division of my company.
I was an actor all of my life. I don't remember not being an actor. I didn't know how to explain it at the time. I had no definition, I had no experience, I had no language. But I had a knowingness about myself, which I think all children do. It's this great mystery of self-identification. I started going to the movies, I guess, around age 6 or 7, and gradually it dawned on me, oh, I'm one of them up on the screen. everything seemed fine, and I just, lived accordingly. I finished high school and went right to New York to do the thing that I love the most, that I was instinctively drawn to, which is extremely personal, and it's about imagination, because if there is no imagination, there's no art. I wouldn't have any career today without imagination. I can't think of any artist that would have a career without imagination. It is the foundation where we begin to grow and where we never grow out of, thank God.
Hello and welcome to BFFN. That stands for Big Fake Financial News.
None of these people are real. No. I mean, look, I'm doing this and nobody's even looking.
Hey, you knuckleheads, I know why you tuned in. Look what time it is. It's time for Steve the Market Monkey, and I know what you're looking for. You're looking for a hot stock. Say it with me. Hot stock.
Hey, and a big hello to all you traders out there. It's me, Joey, the numbers guy, coming at you once again in the middle of the night. Who's watching? Probably nobody. That's why I don't care.
But what you need to know about me right now at this very moment, something that I feel that you need to know, is that I really need to use the restroom right now.
I'm not really comfortable speaking for myself, but I will.
Well,
in
then
this
why don't you
case.
speak for me?
Okay.
Well, somebody speak for someone.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Thanks.
speak
Way
for
to get to it.
Rhonda.
Way to get to it.
Well, I'm gonna use this as a pointer right there. Good morning. That wakes you up right there. That's good. That's better than a cup of coffee.
Livestock. That's it. It's a hot stock. It's so hot it causes an aftershock. Shove it in an airlock, hit it with a shuttlecock. Livestock in Bangkok. It's as solid as bedrock.
That actually reminds me of my favorite passage from the Holy Bible, Matthew chapter 1, verses 2 through something else. Abraham begat Isaac, and Isaac begat Jacob, and Jacob begat Judah and his brethren, and Judah begat Perez and Zerah of Tamar, and Perez begat Hezron, and Hezron begat Ram, and Ram begat Aminadab.
Today, we're talking about toilet paper, changing it to not change it. I'm in favor of changing it, because once it's been used, it can't be reused. Therefore, you must change it. We have a caller. First caller, yes.
Todd, my wife and I are arguing about the over-under conundrum.
I like to take it over and then take it under. And then once around for a dilly-wop on the snip-snap.
I'm not sure we're discussing the same thing.
No, we're not. And I don't care to. Next.
And Solomon begat Boaz of Rahab, and Boaz begat Obed of Ruth.
I need to use the restroom at this point right in time. You know that, I know that. Am I gonna get up from this chair? I'm not really sure right now.
All right, let's take a look at what all we got up here. We got SkipCon. SkipCon, what is SkipCon? Is that a real company or is it a fake one made up for this movie? It's a fake one made up for this movie because we can't use actual names of companies. Like we couldn't use the name, well, I can't say it, can I? And we can't use the name, oh, can't say that. But I could say the name, no, I can't, I got you. I was gonna trip you up right there.
I would like to invest in some medicine. Is that a good idea?
You sound beautiful.
Thank you. I am.
I'm guessing you're a redhead. Am I right?
Yes. Could you give me a tip?
Redheads should invest in anything as long as they do it with passion and energy. I think treat your portfolio like you would your lover.
Toss them out after the third date?
Well, what do you think of my hair?
Oh.
CDs! If it's a 1 or a number 2, I don't even want to go there.
You're not eating my mama! Bam!
Not only do I have a PhD in finance, but an MD in medical things.
And Solomon begat Rehoboam, and Rehoboam begat Abijah. Abijah begat Asa. One moment, please.
I get money, money is got, I get it.
I'm confused.
I'm a spoot, and I have a jibbin on my ham pap.
Do you want to try that line again?
I have a hoober jubin on my foop with a jibbin on my hang.
Not even close.
People are in a headlock. It made Socrates drink hemlock and even scared old Hitchcock.
I am going to say yes with my eyes and no with my chin. If you can read that, it's sort of a...
And Amon begat Josiah, and Josiah begat Jeconiah, and his brethren.
So I'm going to leave it to you to think, what should I do? Should I stay here? I think we can go on. I don't really need to do anything right now.
Leave your boat at the dock, leave your house on the block, and follow the arrow of your weathercock, because I'm telling you, this is a stack!
Mathan begat Jacob, and Jacob begat Joseph, the husband of Mary, of whom Jesus was born. And I think we all knew who he is.
Good trading, goodbye, good luck, go to Vegas. Your odds are better than it is with this crap. Good night!
And one last thing you should also know, I'm not wearing any pants, and I never do.
Till tomorrow at 5, I'll be shunking up my paying.
Chunking up my pay.
Chunking up my pay.
Read the poetry of smoke. All ye who enter. Shit, okay, I'm all right. Heed the poetry of smoke. All ye who sit beneath one sky. If we don't follow the buffalo herd, the buffalo herd follows us. We're all dogs, and dogs need meat to live. You want to keep a train on the tracks? Know the engineer's name. Let's swing this herd of Tatanka around and let them run. And then you just have a bunch of big, shaggy, horned dogs. It's your loss, he who sits at the head of the table with an angry white head. Dante D'Enzo. You're probably not really even Russian. Indigo, wake up, son. Hey, Indigo, wake up, buddy. Wake up.
Gee, Paul.
I want you to find out where he's getting his information.
You got it.
Get to it.
Thank you.
I want you to find out where he's getting his information.
You got it.
Get to it.
Hey, everybody, another uncomfortable moment.
I want you to find out where he's getting his information.
You got it.
Get to it. I know who you are, and I think you know who I am. I understand what's happening here. There's a relationship that's building, and it's built upon diversification. One brother crow to another brother crow. Buy short, sell long, flow charts, move money around. Go! 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 Bring it in. Go! Take it back out. Go! Peck for corn. Go! 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 Gotta get into it. Go! I want you to find out where he's getting his information.
You got it.
Pick up my laundry while you're at it.
Thank you.
I want you to find out where he's getting his information.
You got it.
You're a handsome man.
Action. Oh, Mr. D'Enzo, it's an honor to meet you, sir.
Go. Sorry. All right. Because everyone knows Johnny Whitefeather loves a pretty face. Mother, sister, daughter, bride. Love her. After all, if a buffalo wasn't shaggy, how would it stay warm during the winter? It's a savory meat. I can get a blanket. I can. And I'm gonna get one. Henry,
Higher. Higher.
Mark. Ain't nothing but a...
Mark.
Ain't nothing but a thing, man! Ain't nothing but hair, man. Ain't nothing but hair, man. Ain't nothing but a thing, man. Ain't nothing but a thing, man. Ain't nothing but a thing, man.
That was a good one.
Marker.
I am out of here!
Cut. Nice. Thomas, I said this easy, dude.
Hey, Mark.
Man, you better get through. I'll kick your, whip your ears and just...
It's busy like a soda pop. I can go bigger. I'm sorry. There's people looking out their window.
What is this movie they're doing? You're not wrapped.
Yeah.
So, it's the Googa, isn't it?
Wisdom is always the greatest currency.
Can we have the check?
Boss, I'm like a frog that just swallowed a fly, and the frog got swallowed by a dog.
And then what happened?
I can't speak.
And then what happened?
I got a sore throat and I had to drink some tea.
Then what happened? Dear Lord, please let my daddy
Please let my daddy
enjoy these pancakes I have made,
enjoy the pancakes I have made,
even though they may be,
even though they may be delicious.
let me finish, even though they may be a culinary abomination in your eyes, Lord.
What does that mean?
Nothing, I'm gonna eat now. Okay, come on, here we go. All right, here we go. This guy's rich. Cooper and Mappada, how are you? I'm Mr. Danielson, Evan's dad.
Olivia's dad, and they already know.
Oh, sorry. Can you stop? Bring me Yara's candies.
And background. Action. Okay. All right. Here we go. And a little higher on the food. A little higher on the food. And a little lower. A little lower. And here we go. And background.
Well, you go back to bed, you be now. Go on back to bed.
No, give it.
Yo, you give it to me.
Give it.
Hey, stop. Look what you did. You ruined the whole tape, boy. No, I'm just playing.
What are you throwing balls at little kids?
No, they were throwing balls at me.
Man, that's whack. He want to make sure he's
Beauty.
Come on, man.
Your voice is changing. Hey, man, that's wet.
Sing a song for Saba's Dragon?
Yeah, hurry, she's coming.
Ow, where? Who?
Saba's dragon.
Don't play with my mind, woman.
Saba's Dragon, let me pass. Please, Saba's Dragon.
Tiger like a mouse.
Saba's Dragon, let me pass. Woo-hoo. Saba's Dragon, please let me pass. Saba's Dragon, please let me pass.
You better get it together.
B Mark.
You can tell she's worked with me.
Top of the dragon, please let me pass. Stop this dragon.
Lower, like a frog.
Stop this dragon. Stop this dragon. Please let me pass. Stop it.
She's very like sad. She fell asleep.
Okay, great. Now what? Where we going now? Hey, look, there's Saba's dragon.
Where? Where?
This is wonderful! Whose child is that? Whose child is that?
Thank you. Hey, why don't you turn these over? Look, on that side, you don't have all those yucky charts and numbers and stuff.
I like this side.
Of course you do.
Bryson's gonna go with Smith Stevens, but he wants Whitefeather in on the account. Did you know about this?
Yeah, he closed it in the room after you left.
What did he do, wrestle a bear or something?
No. It was just actually like this little snake eating this mouse. Really closed the Hawk story well.
Hey, why'd I even bother to go to business school? It was a waste of time. I should've just got a big hat and some sea monkeys or something.
You know, I think those were actually just brine shrimp.
Really, Noah? I thought they were actual monkeys that swam beneath the sea.
I'm sorry.
You know something? We're gonna have to watch this guy. Because next thing you know, he's gonna be poaching my existing accounts. What?
Bad news. He actually talked Stevens into letting him sit in on the pressman meeting tomorrow.
The spit shot out. Did you see it?
Well, you did a really good job, and I'm really proud of you. For that, we're gonna get a special ice cream treat.
I cried though.
It's good. You should see when I was your age, I had to get a shot. I'd be running and screaming, "Don't stab me! Don't stab me!"
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would. I'd be screaming, "Don't get it! Don't get it, please!"
How you doing, sir? What can I get you?
We get 2 juice bars.
So, if we wanted to see Quali, where would she be? Back at the apartment?
No, she's at her winter palace.
A winter palace?
Come on! She's out here in the middle.
Yeah, of course she is. Can't Quali see me from here? Okay.
Come on.
Okay. Okay, I'm getting the hang of it. Oh! Yeah, hilarious. Okay.
Nice try.
Yeah, I think I'm getting the hang of it.
You can stop now.
Quali's gonna show me some mercy.
No, she went home. She got embarrassed.
Can you blame her?
What do you want to do now?
What do you want to do?
You're doing good.
Oh, you're all hunched over and afraid of cracking my head open. That's real good.
I've got you.
Yeah. When'd you become such a good skater?
I've been taking lessons for like 6 months.
Really?
I wish it would snow. Then it would be perfect.
So ask Quali for some snow.
I asked her, but she said don't push it.
Legally, it's mine! Get off of me! It's mine!
Nice, Evan. Really nice.
Evan, get help. Get help! I don't need help. What I need is my blanket.
Man, you crazy.
Don't call grown people crazy. Get your crazy butt out of here. I'm not crazy. I want my Googa! 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 I want my Googa!
Officer! Officer!
Just show me! Show me where it's illegal for a man to borrow his own daughter's blanket for a few hours. I'm not supposed to be in here. I pay my taxes. You got real people on the street that do real stuff. Real, low-down, dirty criminals that deserve to be in this cell. I mean, not these gentlemen. I'm talking about other people that did things. I'm sure this gentleman here with the skeleton tattoos is very nice, but I ain't supposed to be. Hey, how you doing, man?
Mr. Danielson. Yeah. Let's go.
Really? Okay. Who bailed me out?
Trish asked me to come pick you up. She's at home with Olivia. The party kind of...
Probably fell apart after.
Yeah.
I guess right after I talked to Trish, she probably called you up. Or maybe she didn't have to call you. Maybe she just rolled over and tapped you on the shoulder.
Evan, I don't know you very well, so I don't want you to take this the wrong way. But you don't pay a lot of attention, do you?
Hi, I'm Bob, Rick's partner.
Hey, what's going on, Bob? All right. You mean it's your sculpting partner?
My life partner?
Oh. Hey, Bob, how you?
Nice to meet you.
Okay, Bob and Rick. Rick and Bob. Bob and Rick. All right. Hey, Bob and Rick, right on.
You okay?
Oh, I'm wonderful.
We cool.
We're fantastic. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I have a daughter, too. I haven't seen her for years. I should give her a call. So, have a pleasant Saturday.
Oh, what are you guys doing for the rest of the day?
Oh, what do you want to do?
Got some ideas?
Come on. No, you're pretty fast. Wait, can you find your balance? That's it. You got it. You got it. Oh!
That was a bad one.
Help Daddy. Daddy fell.
then when you turn up and go in there, when I say, hey kid, beat it, start hitting the glass.
Finn, stand up. Go.
Hey, beat it, kid. Two's a crowd.